Hi everybody, I'm Jim from M&M Tools and Machinery, and today we're doing a video marathon. I hope you've watched all the other ones we've done today. Not really. But we're going to do a little video on the Powermatic 3520B Lathe. We should have done this a long time ago. These are really, really nice lathes. Definitely there are other brands that maybe are a little higher end, but the Powermatic lathe is really cream of the crop. Very nice, good quality lathe. I don't see very many issues with these at all, and I have both professionals using it and hobbyists, and we really don't see any issues. So several things. First off, you want to notice how beefy the castings are, how beefy the bed is, the ways are. Everything on here has a lot of mass, right? Mass stops vibration, which gives you a cleaner cut and makes it more fun and easy to turn. So if you look down here, here's a spot where you can put a shelf, both there or there. Put some sandbags on it, you know, reduce the vibration even more. I think even without that, I gotta look at the specs, but I'm pretty sure it's in the neighborhood of 500 to 600 pounds. And again, don't quote me on that, we gotta look at the specs. I do know this, when we've hauled it in for customers before, as a customer, if you're wondering if you can get this in your house, I promise you can. I've hauled this by myself before. It's definitely easier when you have two people. This head probably weighs 100 or 150 pounds, I don't know. It's probably not 150, I don't know if I could lift that, but so maybe 100, 100 and a quarter. You can do it by yourself. It's easier if you have two people. The rest of it's really not that bad. So, you know, I can lift this by myself, no problem. Everything else you can really take down by yourself. So if you're hauling this downstairs into your basement, take everything off and haul it down. One thing you will want to notice right here, I don't know if Chase can see it very well, but there's that little nub. You just unscrew those, and that's how you slide the headstock and the tailstock and the banjo off the ways. Okay, so we looked at the castings a little. Let's see if we can. All right, everybody. Sorry we had to pause there to move this around. It's actually not bad on this floor because it slides. Okay, so one nice thing is, whoops, this Powermatic comes with this little tool holder on the side. You can put it on the front or the back, it doesn't really matter. You just see its attachment points, same attachment points front or back. All these little tools all do something. So here's your wrench, of course, for the faceplate, right? Which, remember, the faceplate has set screws because this goes forward and reverse. Therefore, you want to loosen the set screws before you try and take it off. I didn't do that one time and it was bad news. So, and then these right here, I get a lot of questions on these. This is for the duplicator. Well, it's not a full-on duplicator. This is, I guess, pattern maker is maybe what you would call this on here. So this piece up here is designed to just, so you can set your pattern, you know, whatever you're going to cut up here. You'd have to take this off, of course. So you take this guard off and this slides up here. And if I were going to do a table leg, I can put the table leg right here, and I have the piece that I'm cutting right here, and I can just be, you know, watching it and trying to mimic it either by sight or, you know, checking the calibrations and the measurements as I'm going along. Really cool feature. I don't know that many people use it, but it's a really cool concept, cool feature. This is to knock out, I might have to double check that, guys, but last time I checked, I was told that this is to knock out your little end piece on here. And this actually live center is really nice because you can pop that off, and inside here there's, you know, your standard, actually I can't remember what's inside there anymore, guys. I'd have to look at it and see. But it is a nice one. We might have to pull that off and see because I can't remember what it was. But there, when you pull this cap off, there's another center inside there. But really nice, nice bearings and whatnot on there. So it's a good live center. This right here is for your indexing. So you put that there and you've got all these index holes, right? So you just thread that in there and you've got all those stops on it. Indexing, I don't know if we've gone over that on another video or not, but there's a lot of videos on YouTube about indexing, but the Powermatic is really cool because you have a lot of options, which means you can get your indexing closer to one another, which is nice. And you see the set screws right there while we're talking about it. On the indexing holes, I don't know if we've done a video on it, but there's lots of videos on YouTube. And the Powermatic is nice because you have lots of indexing options because those two are so close to one another. And these two, you have a little bit more distance. So the holes on here, it just gives you a little more versatility in the holes. The last thing over here is very important. This knocks out your, this will knock out your drive center up top here, which it does come with a drive center, and I don't know where it is right on this lathe right this second, but it does come with one. So that's all that does, just knocks that out. Or if your tail center gets really stuck, your live center, then you can just stick it in here, knock it out as well, but that shouldn't happen. I haven't seen that happen yet. Doesn't mean it won't. Then on your tailstock, of course, you have this assembly. I don't know if Chase can see this here, but you can take, if you don't want this duplicator assembly on there, you can just take it off altogether. It is nice to have the guard, but you can take the guard off, you can take this assembly off, and away you go. On your tailstock, you've got this handy dandy little pocket here. This would be really handy for, you know, your multiple live centers to go on there. It's a really good idea. And then everything else there functions just like a normal lathe, but this is super smooth, super nice, and it goes in, it's fast enough that you can do fast work, but it's slow enough that you can be precise, which I really like. And if you watch there, it's nice and smooth right now. Granted, it's brand new, but still just a nice smooth machine. Okay, so your banjo, you see that this is offset a little, so you can bring this, you know, over the edge and still be able to get at, access your bowl if it's a big bowl. Really cool design, and then tons of mass in this. I don't know if Chase can see that, but I mean, look at that in relation to my arm. Granted, I'm not like a weightlifter or anything, but it's just, you can see a lot of mass, you know, on this banjo, which is nice, really heavy duty. Headstock, of course, swivels up and down the bed, and so that doesn't slide very well right now, but it will slide down to the end or down to this end, either way. Okay, and the other nice thing, so we just kind of stored about here so the motor doesn't stick out too far. This is a 2-horse motor and it's 3-phase. On the back here, this is an inverter that inverts it from 3-phase to single phase. This is also variable speed, but I wouldn't mess with those speeds back there. I would just stick to your speeds up front here. This is a little thing, but I really like this. This is a little rubber pad. I'll give you, it's kind of like a hokey little thing that I like it, but it's nice. You know, you put your stuff up here and it doesn't get damaged while it's sitting up there. Granted, the vibration's minimal, but still. Okay, so you have continuous variable speed from 50 to 3200, and then you have forward and reverse, right? So here's your forward reverse switch, and then you're off and on, right? And then your variable speed. And then if you're going to go high speed or low speed, then you need to change belts. Okay, so to do that, you unlock that, come in here, change your belt over. Here, we'll just do it. So you just switch it over the small side first, and then you do the big one. Just like that. Okay, so we're on there. That was okay. We're actually going to go over one more, guys. If you can see, I'm just a little bit off right there. There we go. Now, see how you can see some silver on both sides. Okay, so that's all you do, and then you lock down the motor again. Okay, and these locks are the kind where you can lift it up and take another bite if you need to. Okay, close that up, and now we are on the low speed, which means we have more torque, and there's our speed range for the low speed, 50 to 1200. We were on the high speed, so if you're doing a lot of bowls, you want to be on low. You're doing a lot of spindles that are small, you want to be on high. If you're doing mainly sanding, then you'd be on high also. This is your spindle lock, okay, and that's how you would take the faceplate off. So really, really nice headstock here. The other cool thing with this, again, you can slide the headstock one way or the other. You can buy bed extensions for these. One bed extension is only like 18 inches. The other is like it's either 36 or 40. And the cool thing is you can either just extend your bed, or if you look on this side, there are 2 different attachment points for the bed extension, here or here. So if you wanted to extend your bed, of course, you just put it up here. If you want to extend, or if you're going to do a lot of big bowls. So the numbers on this, let me take a step back. The numbers on this, it's a 3520B. So it'll do a 35-inch spindle and a 20-inch bowl above the ways, okay? These are the ways, right? This is your banjo. So it won't do a 20-inch bowl above the banjo, but above the ways wheel. That's why they offset this, okay? So if you need to do a bigger than a 20, by the way, 20 inches means that's the total diameter of the bowl, which means that it's 10 inches from here to here, okay? So it'll do a 20-inch overall. If you need to do bigger than a 20-inch bowl, then you slide it down here, you attach that 18-inch tailstock, or 18-inch bed extension right down here to this lower section, and that allows you to then move the banjo down here, and now you can do your big 24-inch bowls or 22-inch bowls, whatever size they are, your platters. It just gives you the versatility to do that. So where you attach your bed extension depends on what you're going to do with it. Like I said before, we've had really good luck with these. I don't think I missed anything, but if I did, I'm sorry. Definitely shoot me a message there on YouTube or an email, whatever's easier for you, or give us a holler. It doesn't matter. But a really good lathe. I think these are like $4 grand or $4,200 right now. Well worth the money if you like turning, you know, or if you need to turn a lot. You know, just very beefy, good motor. We haven't had any issues with them thus far. So there's a little brother. So Jet and Powermatic are owned by the same company. The model above this, but below this, is a 1642, and it does a good job too. So if you're looking for a different price point, those ones are like 24, and that's a good way to go also. And we rarely have those in stock, but maybe if you have questions on that, give me a holler. But again, a great lathe. Thank you for watching. Sorry it was a little bit long, but thank you very much. We appreciate it. Please let us know if you need anything or if you have any questions. Have a great day.